subscribe to the Hefty Girls podcast.
Are we on?
Is this thing on?
Are we on?
Yeah. Okay,
In the
we're
club,
rolling.
we all fam.
In the club.
In the
we
club,
all fam.
we all fam.
Hello.
In the club, we are all family.
Are you racist?
Anyway, guys,
Welcome.
welcome to our podcast.
First ever episode
Ever.
of the Hefty Girls.
Yeah, that's the name. The Hefty Gals. Maybe one day we'll tell the Hefty Gals lore, but I don't think today's that day.
No,
but
not
it
today.
stands, if you don't understand what we're saying, hefty, like
Big.
physically, hefty.
Large.
And then gals is like girls, but like
A different version.
an accent. Like
It's GEHLS.
Wolfie. So should we explain like where we are,
Who we are.
what we're doing? So me and Emma are sisters and neighbors, and we're in my living room right now. And Emma's boyfriend Selton's over there in the corner, and we can insert this picture of what he looks like in the corner with Wolfie. He's our little sound engineer.
And our brother helped us set all this up. He got us all the gear hooked up because he's an audio engineer. I feel like God knew we needed a podcast. So he said, let me give you a brother
You know what I
and
was
a
thinking
boyfriend.
about? I'm like, we're actually the last people that need podcasts, because I literally my whole life, I'm like, I hate public speaking. I feel like my brain is blank like 90% of the time. I'm like, I genuinely don't have anything to say.
and
like-
I never stopped talking.
And I'm like, I would think I would be the last person to start a podcast, but you know what? Here we are.
Well, this is the thing. As the little sister, so Gabi is the little sister. I'm the older sister, and I think I've talked for you your whole life. Like you have never had to speak because
Well,
people will speak for you.
yeah. But also like in conversations, like I much rather would be like the listener than the one who's like having to like
keep
things going. Like I feel like I don't say anything unless I have something to say.
That's
You know
good.
what I'm saying? I'm just like, I would rather listen.
Yeah, I've learned that, but I've definitely been a talker my whole life.
And that's not a bad thing. We're honestly very much yin and yang. And Emma's, I would say, is like millennial a little bit.
Yeah, I'm like
A
on the
little
cusp.
bit.
I'm a millennial Gen Z cusp.
Gen Z. And I'm
Yeah.
a little bit more Gen Z. Wolfie's really concerned with what Selton's doing.
But okay, you're here. We're here. It's episode 1. I'm like a planner. I like to know what's coming.
Planner? They say complainer. Planner?
Planner.
Planner.
And a complainer. I do complain a lot. But if you're like me, you want to know like what's the plan. So let me give you a rundown of kind of like how our episodes are going to go. So you know what to come. You know what to look forward to. First, we are going to always do a little breakdown of our week. So it's going to go like this. What happened to us in our week?
Mm-hmm.
What happened in media?
Like what happened in the world?
And then what happened to you guys, our listeners. We'll have always a segment where you can write in and we will give you advice from the point of view from a little sister.
And also, this is the first episode, so it's like, it's gonna get better from here. Okay, please stick it out. I feel like my pattern of what always happens with podcasts, because I'm a huge podcast
She's fired. She's fired.
I'm a huge podcast person, and it always is like I see a new one. Like I see clips on my TikTok all the time. Finally, give it a chance, and I'm like, like that kind of sucked. And then I'll just like be like, oh, whatever. Next time I'll just throw it on. I'm like, oh, whatever. I'm out of things to watch. And then I end up becoming like literally
Like,
obsessed.
you love it.
And I'm like, oh, I go back and watch every single episode they've ever had. And I become obsessed. But the first like 3, I'm like, this
Not that good.
Not even good.
Okay, so stick it out. If you guys don't like us by episode 3, then you can leave.
Please give us another chance, please.
Yeah. This is our first try.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess you can start us off, Gabi. What happened to you this week?
This week we went on a family road trip. Our mom. This is more us.
Oh yeah, we
lore.
didn't even tell them who we are really.
Well, I mean, I feel like if they're listening to the podcast, they are probably
They know you.
know us from other places.
How old are you?
25.
Yeah. 20. Gabi, as always, you like have always related more to like children.
Like I literally feel like yes.
Put
yeah.
Gabi in a room of 10-year-olds and she is like in her element.
Yeah.
Me, I've always been the kid who loved talking to adults.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was at my friends' houses and it was a group hangout, I was always the kid upstairs talking with the adults.
I would like
Isn't that weird?
hate like talking to the adults and be like, Okay, we're going downstairs. Like, literally, like, go downstairs. Okay, we're gonna go. Bye. Like, I don't want to talk to you.
No, I've always been that way. Okay, tell us about the trip that we went on.
Okay, so our mom moved here. We're all originally from Missouri, but me and Emma live in Los Angeles now, and my mom is a flight attendant. So she moved in with Emma and Selton, who's my next door neighbors, and them. And so since she's moved here, she has been like, and she's a very big TV watcher. And so she watched the show Big Little Lies, and it takes place in Monterey, California, which is kind of like a Big Sur, like oceanside, like beach town. And ever since she's watched that show, she's like, girls, we have to go. We have to go. And like, will not shut up about it. Like, guys, we need to use this while we're living in California. Blah, blah, blah. So finally, we planned it out. We went on a weekend trip to like Carmel and it's like Big Sur and Monterey area. And we literally were there for like, what, a day?
Day and a half, yeah.
And my bestie Macy got to come.
It was actually the best time.
Bestied so hard she made it on the family road trip.
I never used to like having friends on. This is the thing. Gabi loves her friends. Like she values her friendships. Whereas me, I like would pick family time over friend time.
Yeah.
So anytime we had a family trip growing up, Gabi always wanted to invite one of her friends. And I'm like, am I just not good enough for you? Like, why?
No, I just like, I always have a best friend. Like I can literally like pinpoint who my best friend was at the time. Like literally since like preschool. Like I've always had a best friend where I like hang out with all the time, do everything with. Which Emma, I mean, it's not like you don't have friends. You have a lot of friends.
Yeah, I've always had friends.
But you're not like ever like attached at the hip with anybody.
Yeah.
Except for like me or Selton.
Because I feel like you are my best friend. Yeah. Like you have, like you fill that spot.
Best friend. We're both the besties.
That's like such a big sister, little sister thing. Like the little sister's like, you're not my best friend, but I'm like, you are my best friend.
Let's get, you know the TikTok's like, we're best friends. It's like,
I'm your best friend.
No, it's like, she said that. She said that.
I haven't heard that one.
We should get shirts. They're besties.
We are besties. In my mind.
Yeah, well, of course.
Okay, is that all that happened to you this week?
No, we went to Carmel. Macy came. She got to come.
Yeah, so Gabi got to bring a friend this year.
Macy's
I said
my
fine.
bestie, and we call her our little jester. Like, Macy had to have been a jester in a past life. She is an entertainer at heart. Like, she just literally is the funniest person.
Listen to what happened.
I'll be like, do a little dance. She'll be like, okay.
Yeah, she's like the entertainment friend. No, we were in the car. And we're talking about how
I don't know what you're about to say.
About choir and how all of us at one point in our life had tried out for choir. And I was telling the story how I would practice my choir voice. And I'm like, okay, I can either sing my audition song low or high. And I chickened out and I sang it in my high voice. And the choir teacher, after I sang the song, was
I don't even know what you mean by that. I don't even know what that means.
Like, I can't.
Give us a demonstration.
Okay, so if I was gonna sing in my low voice, it'd be like this: "My Lady Liberty." Okay. If I was gonna sing my high voice, it'd be like this: "My Lady Liberty."
But that's the thing. It's like it's dependent on like the music. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just like pick like what fucking like thing you're gonna sing it in.
Do you remember Miranda?
Are we allowed to cuss on here? We should probably establish that. Yes or no?
Yeah.
I would say bleep it out.
Okay.
Zach. And also our brother Zach is going to be editing this for us.
Okay.
Zach, bleep that.
No.
Thank you.
Do you remember Miranda Sings on YouTube?
Yes.
And she would say her like first original video that went viral. She's like, yeah, I can sing low and I can sing high. Yes. Okay, that was me going into my choir audition. And I chose to sing high because I don't know why.
You were like, when I get nervous, I sing in my high voice. Oh, I can't help it.
I literally sang in my high voice after I finished the song. And I could tell on the choir teacher's face and her assistant, they did not think I was good. They were like, okay, let's try it again. And this time, like, really, like, belt it. And I'm like, okay, this is my moment. I should switch to my low voice. But I'm like, I already committed to my high voice. So I sang it again. But I sang it just like the first time.
Really?
And I don't think I made choir. I don't think I did because I don't have any memories of me singing in choir.
I loved choir. That was my favorite part.
But back to what we were saying. We were in the car talking about this. And Gabby's like, okay, guys, then we're all going to go around in the car.
I didn't say that.
Yes,
No,
you
I
did.
didn't.
Yes, you did.
This was not my idea.
Yes, you did. And you're like, we're all going to sing Lady Liberty or My Land.
No.
What's the song?
My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty.
She's like,
of thee I
no.
sing.
Gabby loves to play American Idol. So she's like, everybody go around and sing this song. So we all got really embarrassed except for our friend Macy.
And she did it. And she doesn't even like to sing. And
She was like, I'm so embarrassed, but I'm going to do it. I'll go
she
first.
She did it. She's so
thinking
brave.
that afterwards Gabby was going to sing it too.
No. Okay, you're making me sound really manipulative, and that's not what happened. I think
It
it's
is.
Emma's idea because she always wants to play American Idol.
No. Whatever. So Macy sang, and then Gabby didn't. None of us the rest of the weekend sang the whole song except for Macy. And I think
I'm so
this is
proud of
our.
her. She's our little jester.
She
like
is.
That story really encapsulates her.
Who she is.
She's gonna be. She'll be a guest here soon, but she's definitely a big character in our lives. Miss Macy Gray.
Yeah.
Her name's Macy Gray, and I call her Macy Gay.
We love her.
My Macy Gay. I love her.
No, so also this week, like we said, our mom lives with us. So she's living in LA for 1 year to try it out. Since she's a flight attendant, she can work from anywhere.
She moved her bases, yeah.
So me and Sultan had more space in our little townhouse. And so she has her little bedroom. And she's been wanting to really get into the LA life. Like, she wants to live.
She honestly doesn't really like LA, but she likes living with us.
Yeah, she wants to be close to us.
Yeah, she was in Orlando, and she doesn't have any, like, of her kids there because there's 4 of us. And so I think she just wanted to be closer to family. So that's why she moved here. It wasn't just for no reason. Like,
but she wanted to be close to us. She wanted to try living in LA for a year, see how she liked it. So we've been really giving her the full LA experience. And this last week, I took her to her second Pilates class.
Oh.
Gabby wasn't there for this one. Gabby was there for her first one. And one thing about my mom, she has no like levels to things. Like, she just goes full in. Like, her first Pilates class, how would you describe her at the first Pilates class?
I was just like, Mom, you do not need to go this hard. You are not going to. Let me say, she doesn't work out. It's not like she's like super fit, like goes on runs. Like, she does not do any type of physical like activity really. And she is going so hard at this class. I'm like, Mom, you are not going to be able to walk for a week, and you're not like you're
never going to come back
to pass out. She's like she's literally dripping sweat, and me and Emma like go to Pilates to kind of chill, like we modify everything, and she's literally like shaking, like wobbling, like the Jake Shane fucking shake. That is our mom. I'm like, girl, you really don't need to go that hard. Like, you can take off some springs, like it's gonna be okay. And she's just going like balls to the wall.
No breaks.
I'm like, Mom, you can take a break. It's okay.
Okay, so her first class was like 2 weeks ago. This last week was her second class because she needed to recover for 2 weeks.
She didn't go for a whole week, like exactly like we said.
So she came. This class, you run on the treadmill for 15 minutes, and then you go to the reformers. And my mom was so excited for the treadmills, but I knew if she could barely make it through just the Pilates portion of the class, she's going to be so tired if she runs on the treadmill for 15 minutes before. So we go, and I tell her, just walk. I'll walk with you. Like, you just walk on the treadmill. It's okay. Even if everybody else runs, it's fine. No, she is sprinting on the treadmill. She is sprinting. And it's one of those treadmills where the bottom, like, there's no, like, speed. Like, you control the speed. Yeah. So she's holding on, and she's sprinting so fast. I'm like, okay, great. This is already not a good start because she's going to be so tired. Then we move over to the reformers. Keep in mind, we are taking the hardest Pilates instructor, Justine. You know Justine?
Yeah, I know Justine.
At our Pilates
she
place.
She don't take no shit.
She's no joke. I work the hardest in her classes. I love her.
Yeah.
We get to the reformer
She's like,
thing.
if you don't do 10 more in this set, you're lazy. I'm like, oh my God.
No, she'll be like, if you don't scream back to me when I ask you a question, I'm going to make it harder. I'm like, okay.
Woo,
Yeah, we love it. So we're going, and my mom, I wish we had like videotaped this, but we're like standing up on the reformer, like doing some lunges, and I'm looking at her, and her face just keeps getting paler and paler. And I keep telling her, like, sit down, like, you can take a break. She will not take a break. She just keeps going. And then all of a sudden she like gets down, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's gonna pass out. So she goes to the bathroom, and I'm like, oh my, I don't know what's happening. But then the instructor comes over. the instructor's asking me like, is your mom okay? And I'm like, I don't know.
Somebody
I
go
honestly
check on her.
don't know. Like, whatever. But it made the class go by way faster. Eventually, she sat down. Like, she didn't do the last, like, 15 minutes of class. But I'm not bringing her back there. I told her, like, you're not coming back here. You lost
You're
your
not allowed
privileges.
back.
I
You're
told you
stressing
to
us out.
Yeah, I told you to chill
And
out.
no, and also she has been begging to go to Pilates with us. Like she literally got class pass on her phone, the $99 a month. She's like, guys, I'm signed up. Please bring me to Pilates. Like she won't. Like she's so like, guys,
And then she almost
please."
passes out the whole time, like her head's between her knees at the end of the machine.
And Emma's very person who like anybody around her is like about to pass out or throw up. Like you
I
are
can't
like
handle it.
Oh my God. Like you can't like be like, oh, they're gonna be okay. You're like, oh my God, so many. Call the ambulance. Please.
Call the ambulance.
Also, I was thinking about this. So, our mom, should we insert maybe a little picture of her?
Yeah, she's so cute.
So, one thing about our mom, she is a Kamala Harris doppelganger, and that's what's really exciting to have all this attention every time I post her because everybody's
Honestly,
like, "This is Kamala," and on the comments of people who slid up on my story yesterday were literally so funny because she was like holding this like picture, like a newspaper of Kamala, and it's like her holding it, and I was like, "You've got my vote" or something like that, and people slid up, they're like, "You're stupid. This is not a compliment. You're dumb." And someone said, "Does she have a Glock?" Because on the TikTok,
That's the sound.
she's like, "I have a Glock."
I have a Glock.
I need to make her that. I need to
Make her do that sound. No, she really is. Of all people, too, to look like.
think
Actually, her
we
mom
tried
has a lot of doppelgangers. Doesn't she?
Yeah, she also
She looks like the lady from
Moira Rose.
Home Alone.
That's Moira Rose.
Oh, okay. From Home Alone.
And someone said, "Girl, I thought she looked like Kamala for a second, but they put like an asterisk when they spelled Kamala's name like it's like a bad word."
People are wild.
So funny. So, does your mom own a Glock? Not a compliment. You're stupid.
That my whole
I like
TikTok-
us getting into politics on the first episode.
We knew
I'm
it was going to be that way when Gabby's wearing a skinny hat on the first episode of Hefty Gills.
The things that Emma thinks are, what's the word?
Funny?
No, the things that you think are like controversial.
Wait,
I'm like, Emma.
what did you just say?
Controversial.
You did not say
Yes,
that.
I did.
No, you said controversial.
Controversial. I'm like,
Things that
Emma.
are controversial.
She thinks that like wearing this is gonna get her canceled. I'm like,
No, I
there
don't.
are such bigger fish to fry than worrying about a hat that says skinny on it.
Okay, well, it's a real thing in our job to be
She's
worried
like,
about.
I'm gonna post a workout video. I'm gonna get canceled for it.
I've never said that once.
Yes, you have.
No, I
The
haven't.
plus size community hates me
I don't ever.
when I work out.
I don't ever say that. You're thinking that.
Anyway.
Okay. Well, that's what happened this week. Nothing too crazy.
Wait, I want to tell the water story. The
That's-
water.
Oh.
Should I tell that one or not?
Yeah.
Right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Bro. Oh my god. I feel like this podcast is literally all about our mom.
It's fine.
We should say our first podcast title. Our mom is Kamala Harris.
No, let's not do that.
Why? Why?
Because. Okay.
See,
Whatever.
that's what I'm saying. That was so thinks everything is like, oh no, I'm gonna get canceled.
No, not get canceled, but like we want to be searchable. Whatever. Okay, we'll decide that later.
No, okay, whatever.
No, I forgot another thing that happened.
This whole episode's about our mom, is what I'm saying.
It is. It's fine. She's the main
Okay,
character.
I want to tell the water boy story.
Okay.
So, my mom, made a joke last week to Macy's husband Joey, and I was like, Joey, do you have any friends? Gabby's desperate. I was like, damn, like everybody was kind of like, oh my god, like why did she say that? She's like, guys, I'm joking. I'm like, no, you just fucking call me desperate, whatever. And
everybody start commenting underneath Gabby's
Gabby, you're so desperate.
videos and say you're
all
looking
week
really
we've been
desperate.
like, yeah, I'm really desperate. Haven't you heard? I'm so desperate. But anyway, so last week, or this was a couple days ago, I realized my water was turned off at my house. I'm like, oh my God, like, did I not pay my bill? Like, I was kind of freaking out. So I went over to Emma's house and I'm like, guys, my water's turned off. It's been off all day. Like, what do I do? So I ended up calling LADWP, whatever, LA Water and Power. And they give me like a ticket number or whatever, like a case number. And they're like, okay, we'll call you back. And this is at like 10 at night. So I'm like, okay, so they're going to call me back tomorrow. And I was very stressed about this. I'm like, I've never, like, I don't know if I'm doing this right. Like, did I not pay my bill? Like, what?
She was freaking out. Like,
it's just like an adult thing you have to figure out how to do yourself. And I've never done it myself before. So I was just kind of like stressing. I was like, I just don't know if this is how you do it. Did I even call the right number? What's going on? And my mom and I were like, Gabi, why are you freaking out so much? Like, this is literally not that big of a deal. They're going to call you tomorrow and then show up tomorrow. And it's not that, go to sleep. Like, I was like,
no, you were so worried. You're like, okay,
I was.
I called. What do
I'm
I
like,
do now?
when are they going to call? Like, they didn't
just
tell
keep
me.
your
They just
phone-
gave me a case number.
Yeah,
Like,
keep your phone on loud. Go to home. Go to sleep. If you need to shower, you can come to my house. We're literally neighbors.
am I sweating?
It's not that big of a deal. A little bit, not too bad. Can I have some water?
I'm always pitting. Anyway, so they're like, Gabi, it's really not that big of a deal. Go home, go to bed. So I'm at my house, sitting on this couch. This is the exact couch, actually, watching Nobody Wants This. And I see, and I'm like I don't even know. I'm like literally in like tiny little shorts. Like,
Oh, it was in your
Took my
Brad
hair
and
out.
Angelina sip up.
yeah. So I'm literally just like about to go to bed. I hear a knock on my front door and a freaking like flashlight. And I hear my mom's voice. It's mom. It's mom. Open up. It's mom. That's what I hear. And I see a flashlight. I'm like, what the hell? Who has a fucking flashlight? Oh my God, the police here. Like, what's going on? I open the door and it's the water guy. It's like the LA water and power man with like a little vest on.
At 11
And mom
p.m.
is
at night.
always like on 100. Like, she's already talking a mile a minute. I'm like, what are you, like, what? They're here and they're here. Come on in the front. Like, I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, oh my God, you're here. Like, you're here. Like, this is LA. This is the water guy. She's like, yes, come on. Follow us. Whatever. So we go.
We're all barefoot too. Me and mom are barefoot.
And I'm like,
In our pajamas.
Like, they didn't even call me. Like, they just showed up at my front door. I'm like, oh my God.
Actually, they showed up at my front door, and I have a camera because
It's at 11 p.m. I'm like, call me
Yeah.
before you're going to just show up.
Well, I am like scared of people breaking into my house, so I have cameras. And on the camera, I see a man with a flashlight. It's like, and I'm like,
Oh my God.
he's like, LA water and power, LA water and power. I'm like, oh, they're here. And then my mom went down and took care
But
of it.
I was so like, yeah, I fucking told you I should be stressed because I didn't know what's going on because they were so surprised that they actually
okay, but
come
like
at 11.
any other city, I feel like the water person is not coming out at 11 p.m. Like, I feel like in LA, because there's so many people, I don't know, that to me that doesn't seem normal, but whatever. They came, we went out to the curb because the very front of our units is where the water
pump is.
pipes are at.
So the working guy was like, talk to my like colleague in the truck. So I'm like, okay. So I go over to the truck and my mom and Emma stay with the other initial water guy at the little pump doing something. So I go walk over to the truck and I'm like, yeah, my water's been out all day. Like, I didn't know you guys were gonna come right now. Like, this, whatever. It's so crazy. He's like, yeah, you're gonna have to call something services tomorrow in the morning. I'm like, okay, like, where do I get that number? You can look it up. I was like on the site, like, where do I find this number? Like, I just called the number that was on the site and this is the only number that was on there. He's like, well, you know what? Take down my number. You can call me in the morning. I'll get you the number. He's like, and honestly, I've seen the same thing happen to people. And it honestly took them a long time to come out here and get it fixed. I was like, oh my God.
I was like, I need my water.
How long do you think? Like,
This is a serious matter.
Yeah, like what? How long are you saying? He's like 6 months. I'm like, my water's gonna be turned off for 6 months. He's like, yeah. I'm like, Mom, Emma, my water's. He was like, gonna be turned off for 6 months. He's like, just joking. I'm like, oh my fucking God. Like, he was like, I'm just kidding.
And then I was like, what are you guys talking about over there? Because they were like, we couldn't hear what they were saying.
He's like drawing this on. I'm like, 6 months. But he's like, no, I'm just kidding. I'm like, oh my God. Like, this is a stressful situation. Like, please stop fucking playing with me and tell me like what is going on. Like, I'm not the person to be messed with right now because I'm just confused in general about the situation. And now you're like, I'm just so like.
Gabi's literally a baby.
I'm like, wait, so like, it's 6 months. Do I call you tomorrow? Like, what's the thing? And while Emma and this other guy are over here, he's like, all right, all fixed. I'm like, wait.
The other guy, the whole time that Gabi was talking to the guy in the truck.
He was turning my water on.
The other guy was turning the water on. He took the lock off.
All fixed.
He fixed it.
I'm like, oh, wait, it's like, it's done and it's fixed right now. Like, you're fixing it tonight. He's like, yeah. I'm like, he just told me I had to like call him tomorrow morning. He's like, yeah, I was going to ask you on a date. I'm like, you just made up this 20-minute story of how I had to call you and you're going to get me the number and it's going to be turned off for 6 months. All just, you're scheming just so I can take down your number. Like, I don't know why, but I'm just like, that's actually like psychotic behavior.
No,
it is. I'm like, that's scary. Like, I don't know.
Then he says, and the whole time the guy's sitting in the truck, so we can't really see him, like just his face. And then when he says out loud, I just wanted to ask you on a date.
My mom goes, oh, Gabi, go. Oh, she's been needing a date. She's been needing a date.
She goes, oh, this is good. She needs a date. She needs a date.
And like, no hate or shade to this man, but
actually hate and
shade to this man because you came up with a 20-minute lying ass story and then try to play it off. I was like, oh, I was just joking. Like, no, you planned out that whole thing of like, how can I get this girl to like get my number? Like, okay, she's gonna call me tomorrow. Whatever.
So then he opens the door to the truck and he gets out and he is like,
it's like he had to set his little step stool to climb down off the truck. He is probably, I'm not kidding, like 5'3", short. Okay, I'm not even like body shaming right now, but like short and stout.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? And this is a Hefty Girls podcast.
This is Hefty Girls.
So
we don't body shame.
Right. But okay. I'm just saying, I'm just painting a picture so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Short, stout, and I'm not kidding, probably like 47 years old.
Gray hair and the beard.
Gray hair. My mom's like, yes, Gabi, go. Yes. I'm like, oh my fucking God. And I'm like, wait, so do I have to call tomorrow? Like, I'm still so confused on what's going on. I'm like, so it's fixed. I don't have to call tomorrow. And the other guy's like, yeah. Yeah. And he's like, well, you can still give me a call tomorrow and we'll talk about lunch. And I'm like,
no, he's like, so can I take you to lunch? And then Gabby's like, well, and my mom's like, Gabi, go. And then Gabby's like, Mom, why don't you go on a date with him? And she's like, oh, I'm too old for him. And then finally they get in the truck and then they're about to like drive away. And the guy's like, hey, don't forget to call me tomorrow so I can handle everything.
And I'm like, wait, is there still something? Like, I'm just so fucking confused. I'm like, please stop confusing me even more about this situation.
We walk away. And my mom's like, Gabi, you keep saying that you want to go on dates and find a boyfriend.
When God
puts a guy right in front of you,
you have to go. You have to go. You're moving back to Orlando. Like, get out of my fucking face. I'm like, Mom, you go on a date with him. Oh, no.
She's like, he's young. He's young. We're like, he had gray hair, girl.
I'm like, you can't see. You literally can't see. And then here's the icing on the cake. Actually, this isn't gonna make sense. Well, actually, it is. So I recently got my hair done, and I feel like it literally makes me look like 50 years old because it looks kind of gray. And so I've been like complaining about that all week. And my mom in the car, because we were retelling the story to Macy, she goes, well, maybe he thought you were 42. I was like, oh my fucking God. Like, she's such, sometimes I'm like, all right, you have 30 minutes left of living in Los Angeles and we're sending you home and you're getting kicked off the island. She literally,
it's honestly the worst, whether you're in like a friend group or a family, when you're like the last single person and everybody around you is like trying to set you up with everybody. Like, it's so embarrassing because it's like,
and it's like in person. She's like, yes, Gabi, go.
Well, I'm
like, are you not like, you really think me and this man look compatible right now? Like, are you being dead ass serious? And I'm not saying I'm the most colorful crayon in the box, but I'm like, Mom, you think that me and this man would be a good match?
She just wants you to have any match. She doesn't care.
Oh my God. I was actually, it like pissed me off actually.
Wait, I didn't tell you this, but when we were setting up for the podcast, my brother was on the phone and he was like, hey, did Mom show you that guy that was in my Instagram stories? And I'm like, no, why? And he was like, yeah, she DM'd me and was like, oh my gosh, that guy is so cute. Can you set him up with Gabi?
That's what I'm saying. Like, just like you guys, she's like, set him up. I'm like, Mom, you think he's attractive. Like, maybe you should go for him. How about that? She's like, oh my God. No.
Remember the workout instructor? The workout instructor that came out? We were like getting smoothies after our Pilates. The first time we took Pilates, we went to get smoothies. And the Pilates or the smoothie place is right next to a workout place. And the workout instructor, we can see him through the things. And I'm like, Gabi, I think that's the workout instructor that our friends were saying like hooks up with everybody.
Like a whore, like known that he's kind of a whore.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of fitness instructors. Though. Yeah. Whatever. So
Rightfully so.
we had acknowledged him. I think he could tell that we were talking
No,
about
we were
him.
literally, because Emma was like, I think that's the guy. So me and Avery, or me and Macy, who were with, we were like looking like under the window, like under like the stickers on there. We're like, and then literally I'm like this, and me and the guy make eye contact, and I was like, oh God.
So then,
like, it was so clear. I was like trying to like see
who he
in
was.
there.
Yeah. Well, then he comes out, and he clearly like comes out just to talk to us because he stands in line at the smoothie place.
Fucking God.
And gets ice. He's like, he gets a cup of ice. I'm like, dude, you did not need to come out here.
And he's the guy who like thinks he's like so hot. I mean, he is hot, but it's like when they know that they're hot, it's like, okay,
ew,
calm, fuck.
Yeah.
He's like,
so girls,
hey girls,
you guys working? He's like,
okay.
you working out with me today? We're like, no, we already worked out. Clearly, like look at us. My mom's like, be nice, girls, be nice, girls.
And my mom's like,
She literally,
no, but we could come tomorrow. Like, I'm like, oh my God. Like, she can't fucking help herself around like a tall mixed
mom
man.
cannot
She's
listen
like,
to this episode.
like, no, but we could sign up for tomorrow. Like fucking drooling. Like
When he went back in, she's like, that's on ClassPass, right? I have that.
She's like,
like
can we
let's
go
go.
there?
I think we should all go. Are we going? Are we gonna go? I'm like, okay, let it go, let it go. Okay. Well, that was our week.
This episode has to be named after our mom. Somehow,
It does.
Some way.
Yeah.
Momala.
Cute.
Momala.
Okay. Well, that was our week
Momala.
and a lot of stories.
Also, do you guys like my living room? Yeah. I think it's pretty cute. It's definitely not Emma's vibe, but it's my vibe. So I kind of put my foot down and said, we're recording in my living room, and I don't give a shit.
That's the thing. I think we should do like 10 episodes in here and then do one episode at my house and then let the people vote.
No, I don't care what the people say. That's the thing.
Okay. At least we're neighbors, so I don't have to go far. It's fine. And we also are recording these on Sunday nights, which is like the best podcast vibes.
You've had
We had a full week. Like we're in our comfies. That's the vibes that we're on. But
also because we do like social media for our other job. Like we do like Instagram and TikTok.
That's
and
so
things like
embarrassing.
that.
Don't say
but
that.
it's like for those videos, I kind of feel like we've gotten in the habit of like always like having makeup on and like kind of getting ready to film and like make our videos.
yeah.
So I'm like, it's kind of nice. I kind of want to have something that I'm like, oh, I don't want to have to get ready for this. Like, I just want to be able to like sit, like long form content. I feel like we don't really make.
Also, I feel like I feel like my followers or people online think that I share a lot of my life because I do share like a lot of my day to day, but there's so much that I don't share, like more personal stuff. So I think that's what the podcast would be for.
Yeah.
Like we
It's
can
more
share
laid
more
back.
like,
and it's also like, I don't know. I feel like me and Emma are kind of complete opposites in a way. We're very alike in a lot of ways. We're also complete opposites. So like seeing like if you followed us on our two different platforms, like it's very, very much two different experiences. Like I feel like we have such different groups of people who follow us that this is gonna be so funny to see how people
like receive this.
Yeah.
No, when I put on my thing that me and Gabby were starting a podcast, this girl responded and was like, so what are you guys going to talk about? Because you're super guarded or you're super cautious and don't really share much. And Gabby's so unfiltered and doesn't
like,
filter anything she says. I'm like, well, that's why it's perfect. Because this is going to be a space for us both to be that way.
I kind of want to tell the Skim story, but we might save that for another time.
Yeah, save that for another time. Okay, we need to get into our segment. We've been talking about our week for a long time. Our first little fun segment that we're going to do every week is going to be called Food Fixations.
Okay. Yes, because it's hefty girls.
It's hefty girls.
Hefty girls.
And there's
Hey,
one thing about
girls.
me. I will get fixated on a food or a meal and I will eat it over and over again until I can't anymore.
About Emma. She thinks that this is a unique experience. Every single person in the world does that, Emma.
Really?
No, they do.
I think there's somebody out there who doesn't.
No, they do.
Okay.
Everybody's like, oh my God, I do this like thing like nobody else does it.
Never have I ever had what's that, a unique experience?
Yeah.
Okay, well, go ahead and tell us your
sorry.
food fixation.
Okay. My food fixation of the week is, it sounds kind of boring and like you wouldn't really buy this at the grocery store, but it's chips and salsa, and not just any chips
You
and salsa.
definitely would buy that at the grocery store.
I'm saying like, I mean, I wouldn't until I kind of remember that I love that snack, because it's like, I like the Scoops Tostitos, like the ones that are like little small, or the Tostitos rounds that are like flat rounds. And then the salsa has to be restaurant style salsa. on the border. And it's like really thin. It doesn't have a lot of chunks in it. And it feels like a Mexican restaurant, like salsa on the table. That's really like not liquidy, but like not chunky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And it's
I know what you're
so good.
We'll always have food fixations. I feel like chips and salsa is something that you always have in the house.
I don't.
Like there's always a jar of salsa that's like half empty, like in your fridge.
No,
and
but this
tortilla
is
chips
like-
are always in the pantry.
No, this is different.
No.
This is different, guys.
Okay. Well, my food fixation has been
Wait, I have one more.
go.
The Caesar salad Giada wrap. The chicken Caesar. Oh my God. It's Giada's like this Italian sandwich shop here. And they make this wrap and it's chicken Caesar salad. But they also put like chopped up like celery and pepperoncinis in there. And then they give you a side of Caesar dressing to like
so
pour
good.
on top for each bite.
And they grill the outside of the wrap.
Like I crave that every single day. And it's like so like light. Like you don't feel like yucky after eating it. And it feels like real food because it's like lettuce. Like it's not like
so good.
Wingstop that or something that you're.
And we
gross
live
after.
close enough to there that we can DoorDash it. So you can literally get it.
I want to bite this microphone so bad.
Don't do that. I feel like on TikTok and stuff, people in New York always do like Caesar wraps from different places in New York. And LA is never known for their wraps. But this place has like put us on the map.
I think they're from New York.
Giada.
Giada.
It's like Giata. If you ever come to LA,
Giada.
you got to go
They
there.
just opened one in Santa Monica too. Like by the beach.
Okay, so my food fixation is deli, turkey, and deli cheese. So at the grocery store where you can like go to the deli,
The counter where they
the
like cut it
counter where they
fresh.
cut it fresh for you. That meat, I don't know if it's because growing up our mom never bought that for us. She always did the prepackaged deli meat.
Yeah.
So it feels like special, like getting the deli meat cut. But you get it super thinly sliced. I love like the honey turkey or it's like a sweet turkey.
Honey
and then
roasted.
the 3 pepper jack cheese with a little bit of spice. And you have to get it thinly sliced. The thick is not good.
Do you tell them that?
Yeah. So you can pick how thick you want it to be sliced when you go up. But last time I went there, I really am like, I keep thinking
Wait,
about
what are you
this
saying? You
situation.
eat them? How do you eat them? Like rolled up in like a little roll?
Yes, for a snack. If I go to the fridge, I'll eat that.
Do you like dip it in something?
Or I'll cut up a bell pepper and like in all fours and like keep it almost like a very like keto vibes when keto was so big on TikTok.
Yeah.
And do a pepper on the bottom and put like
Cream cheese.
no, I'll put like a chipotle mayo and then the turkey and the cheese on it. And it's kind of like a sandwich, but instead of bread, it's a pepper. It's really good. But wait.
What would top that off?
What?
Everything but the bagel seasoning.
No, I don't like
Yes.
to. Ew.
Yes. And cream cheese.
But last time I went to the deli, this guy was messing with me because I went up and I'm like, hi, I told him my order. Can I get 20 thin slices of the honey turkey breast and 20 thin slices of the 3 pepper jack cheese? He's like, oh, well, we pre-slice, I think those brands or those flavors, we pre-slice them every morning. They're over there in the thing. And I'm like, are you sure? Because it's like a certain brand that I want. It's actually Boar's Head, the one that was like recalled. And he's like, just go over there and check. And if they don't have it, you can come back over. And I went over there and they didn't have what I wanted, but I was just too scared to say anything. So I had to get the pre-cut meat. So it wasn't that fresh. I'm like, the point of me getting it is straight from him. Damn it. But that's okay.
He's going.
First world problems.
He's going down.
Gabby's cat lives with her. And
Emma's allergic to cats.
I'm allergic to cats.
Sorry. Wait, I
And-
was gonna say something.
He will not stop coming in here. Wolfie.
Forgot what it was.
Honestly, Wolfie is the reason that me and Gabby aren't roommates anymore.
And also, you like it really cold in your house, and I like it really hot in my house.
Yeah, that's one of our biggest arguments.
Yeah, it's the
Our
temperature.
biggest sister arguments is the temperature in the car and the temperature in our apartments.
Yeah.
Gabby keeps hers. What do you keep your AC at?
During the day, I keep my apartment at like 73, 74, 75.
Actually insane. I keep mine at 68 when we sleep and 70 during the day.
Oh, I know.
And that's why my bill's like $1,000.
I was gonna tell the story about my arm hair.
This whole episode is literally stories.
Was so. Remember in high school, when people would say, "On your head, I'm about to get on your head." My mom was literally on my head this weekend. Or was it you? No, it was you. It was you. Oh my fucking god. I don't know.
Okay.
I was saying, so recently,
Wait, I need
this is kind of controversial. We're really,
I need to give a disclaimer here.
no. Let
I
me tell
need
the
to-
story.
no.
Let me tell the story first.
No, I needed to give before you say it.
No.
My opinion on body hair is only towards my sister. I don't feel this way about anybody else listening
Fair.
to this podcast. Okay? I can be more mean to my sister than the general public.
Recently, I did get liposuction on my arms. Okay? That's another controversial topic. We're just going to get it out. We're just going to get it out there.
It's not that controversial.
It is.
Everybody gets arm lipo these days.
In the Hefty Girls community, it's kind of controversial.
Sure.
Anyway, so I have been wearing these like arm compression sleeves that are supposed to like help with the healing and like, I don't really know, help your skin kind of like attach back to, I don't fucking know.
It's like a corset faja
It's like
for
a
your
faja
arms.
for your arms, whatever. So I was like in the ew, I feel like
We're zooming in on her
stop.
arms for this segment.
Okay. I was like, Emma, I think my sleeves have been like making my hair on my arms like lay down more or like make it grow more. Like I have all this hair like on the back, like not even like right here, but like on the backs of my arms, and it like looked like so furry. Like it was all kind of like standing up. It literally looked very like furry. And I don't even remember what you said, but you were like, ew, like you need to shave that. Like something not I'm like, oh yeah, no, it's fine, whatever. You were literally like,
No, I just
need
said
to get that wax.
No, I said you need to take care of that.
So I literally went out.
You need to take care of that.
I was like, Mom, me like, and what did she?
Mom was like, no, I would definitely, if I were you, I would definitely shave or wax that.
I'm like, honest, it doesn't even bother me though. Like I don't really give a shit. And they're like, really? Because you should.
But that's the thing. That's what your sister and your mom is for. To give you the real opinion that nobody else is going to do it. Guess what? Macy, our friend that was there, guess what she said? I would have never noticed. That's a friend opinion. A sister and a mom opinion, they're going to tell you straight. It might hurt your feelings, but do you want us to tell you or somebody else to bully you about it?
I'm just saying.
Like, what if you were on a date and a guy was like looking at your arm hair? Would you feel insecure about it?
No, I actually don't give a shit. And now I'm not doing anything. I'm not going to wax it or shave it out of spite because I don't care.
Okay. Well, that's your opinion. And I think if your mom and your sister tell you something and you still don't want to do it, then you know that you stand firm in it. Right? You stand firm in your arm hair.
And Avery the other day literally was like, Gabi, you have a lot of arm hair. I was like, damn. So I just think those two things back to back. I was like,
I took you out. It's okay. It's fine.
it's okay.
But this is the thing. If one of you guys comments on her video and says, oh my gosh, you have a lot of arm hair, you would go get it shaved or waxed.
Leave my arm hair alone.
Okay.
I don't give a shit.
Then you don't. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's who you are. Be who you are. That's Gabby's favorite line.
Boil bread.
I don't know what that's from.
Come here.
But okay. Well,
Guys, this is my son.
hi, Wolfie. If you're not watching on video, Gabby's cat's on the back of the couch right now.
Oh,
Giving
we're
me
doing audio.
allergens.
Okay, so we have like 20 minutes left. Should we get into...
Media. What happened in media? We talked about us for a long time.
I honestly don't have anything for media because...
I do.
Okay, go. So this is what happened in the world section.
Yeah, and I feel like some weeks you're going to have a lot to say because I feel like you see a lot of different sides of the internet than I do because I'm older. Do you know who Aspen Ovard is?
No.
It's this mom. I don't actually know if she's from Utah or what, but she like was an OG on YouTube, an OG YouTuber. Shared her life, got married very young, has I think 2 or 3 kids, just had another baby, and is getting a divorce. And like,
She had Mormon moms.
I don't know. No, she's not.
Secret Life of Mormon Wives.
I actually don't even know if she is Mormon, but I don't know a lot about her. So a lot of you listeners, I feel like do know a lot about her. I haven't gotten deep into her like background and stuff, but
You know what I hate? When people use lore in the wrong...
I was about to say
ways.
lore right now, but I thought you'd make fun of me for using it. I've been wanting to use
Some people
it.
say lore and I'm like, that's not. Or like...
Their lore is like
trying to,
their story, right?
Yeah, like they're like background. Some people try to use like new terms and like they're trying to integrate it, but it's not the right way. I'm like, you're almost there.
That's the thing. I can't use new terms in front of you because you'll just make fun of me for it.
No, I won't.
Lore? Does that sound...
No, it's fine.
Her lore. That would have
Yeah,
been a good
her lore.
situation.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know her lore, her full
Okay, me
lore.
either.
Okay. But I
don't
do
even know what's
know
going on.
that she has children. She grew up on the internet pretty much. Okay. So she got married like very young to
Okay.
her husband. His name's Parker. And it came out like probably a month or two ago. Somebody on the internet, literally the day she filed for divorce, it was all over the internet. People were like, is this real? Is this fake? And she wasn't addressing anything. And her videos from then just started blowing up because everybody was like, what's happening in her relationship?
What's her name?
Aspen, Aspyn. And
look her
ever
up.
since then, she finally like said that she got a divorce and that she's like opening up about
hard.
how she's so depressed and it's like this horrible thing. And
I don't recognize her.
I cannot believe you haven't seen this part of TikTok. It's like all that I've been fed. And she like wasn't saying anything about it. Like she's like, I'm not going to talk about it because I have kids. And then she made this video and she was like, here's what I'm looking for in a new relationship. And she starts saying all these things. And clearly it's about her ex-husband. She's like, I want somebody who pulls their weight in a marriage. I want somebody who actually pays for parts of the bills and has a job. I want somebody, and she starts saying all these things. So it was clear that she was talking about her ex-husband. And everybody has been like, every comment section, everything. There's so many videos about it. I haven't gotten too deep into it, but I like know the surface level of it. And then people were saying like, oh my gosh, is he gay? Did he cheat? All this stuff. And then she would make a video responding, being like, I would never talk about this on, somebody else's
It's your
name.
man.
Yeah. And then she posted
man.
back with him. Then all of a sudden that's him. Right? Then she posted. Yeah. Then she posted like back with him. So it was like, are you guys cool? Are you not cool? Like she's like so depressed one day. Yeah. And then she posted this like crazy video, like straddling somebody. I don't know if it was him, being like, your mom can't do this to you. Like this is what your mom can't do to you. So kind of alluding to the fact that his mom was part of the issue of why they got a divorce. I don't know. I am just like, what is going on? Like every video she posts, I'm like thrown for a loop. Like
She said pulling a Ken Urich right now.
yeah, because Ken Urich, have you been following that?
No.
Okay, so she was with this guy. She gets online. She had shown him.
All the comments are like, this is the hardest math problem I've had to solve. I feel like we are in a relationship. What's going on? I'm calling my therapist.
Yeah, and then people were like, oh, it's all for PR. And
She said, I survived med school and still can't figure this out.
It feels like that because every video is so different. But Ken Urich, another influencer online, she did kind of the same, not the same thing. She wasn't married, but she was in a relationship, had publicly like hard launched her boyfriend, and then comes online and is like, he embarrassed the hell out of me. I took him to, like, I was supposed to take him to a work event. We were at a bar before the, like.
Is he the one who went on the date with that redhead girl?
No, different.
He wasn't wearing a collar.
No, not them. And she's like, he was on ketamine. He was so effed up. Like he was saying crazy things. He like, was chasing me down the street after I left, saying like, you're not coming to the, like clearly he like had issues with drinking too much or doing drugs. Okay.
Right.
So she's like, I don't want to be with somebody who's like that. Like you were about to come to my work event and embarrass the crap out of me. So she's blasting this man online.
Then gets back with him.
This week she's got back with him. But she's done this like multiple times. Like it's kind of her thing. It's her lore. Is that good? A use of it?
No.
Part of her lore? Part of her lore is always getting back with her exes.
No. Well, that's like part of her like branding. Like that's part of like her like
her lore. That would fit there. No?
lore is like stories that have happened in your past to build up to who you are now.
Okay.
Like part of my lore would be my cat died in my senior year of high school.
Your cat died?
Sabrina. Oh my god, I think about her every day.
This is
It's part of my lore.
I didn't even cry when that cat died.
I'm gonna start crying again right now.
I unfortunately don't have a
lore.
love for animals, and Gabi loves animals. I'm allergic to all of them,
Oh my
so
god,
that's
I
fair.
was crying so hard to this. It's like this picture, and it's like a girl on the ground, and it's you can see all the way under the ground, and there's the cat buried under, and it's like we still talk about you.
Okay.
Like
I can't
about
relate.
Daisy.
I can't relate.
Daisy.
Yeah,
Daisy,
that was
our
sad. I
childhood
was sad
dog.
when our childhood dog died. Oh my god. But
I can't look at videos of her eyes. Are
okay, I have one more thing about media.
okay.
Did you see? This is good too. I feel like my followers are kind of behind on things. Your followers are like ahead. So I'll help catch my followers up, and your followers will probably be like, we've heard about this 5 weeks ago. But did you see that JoJo Siwa at the award show was accepting this speech?
Bro.
What? Did you see that a long time ago?
No, it's ago.
That's something that happened in media.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God. I can't do anything right.
No, it's just like, I already know what you're going to say.
Okay. Well, she was accepting an award, and I feel like, so she said, and I want to, make sure that the dance community is safe. Thank you to Beyonce, right?
She's making like a joke.
She's making a joke, but I just feel like,
because there's so many things. There's like this whole like conspiracy thing online. That's like, why does everybody thank Beyonce when they're accepting their speech? Like it's because they want to protect themselves, and so Beyonce doesn't get them.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole like conspiracy theory online that if a celebrity gets an acceptance speech and they don't thank Beyonce in some way, she'll come get them.
I just want to say the Hefty Girls
love you.
The Hefty Girls, thank you.
The Hefty Girls were built on Beyonce. Okay,
thank you, Beyonce.
But this is the thing: is I feel like she was clearly making a joke, but it like was worse because she made it so apparent. Like I feel like she could have
her delivery
was so bad that it was like, you don't get it. Like it's not a funny joke when you say it. Like it's like if
that's just JoJo Siwa in general though.
I know, but
like,
I'm like,
that's part of like it was
like she's in on the inside joke because she's on social media, but like the way that she was delivering it, I'm just like, dude, like why'd you have to ruin the joke? Now it's not funny anymore.
Well, that's just JoJo Siwa for you.
Yeah, but I feel a lot of sympathy for her
because
JoJo
this is the thing. Shade. I love you, girl.
No, we love her. But this is the thing. I related to that.
After that whole thing. No, we love her.
No. This is why I wanted to share the story. Okay? I wanted to share the story because I can relate, because I feel like similar to the lore thing, it's like I know the things that are in the know, but I never know how to talk about them. I don't know how to like use them. So when she did that, I was like, I felt hurt for her because I'm like, I would do that. That is something that I would do. I'd want to like give an acceptance speech and like say something, make a joke that like the kids would get, that like would be cool. And then I would say it so blatantly obvious that it's like, dude, like just don't do that.
That's funny.
You know?
But I honestly feel like JoJo Siwa like does not get embarrassed. Like she doesn't give a shit. Like she's just fully 100% herself. And she's like, yeah, and I don't care. And like, remember like the Karma's a Bitch song, and she was like, yeah, but you guys are all singing it. You know what I'm saying? Like she's like, you guys are making fun of my song, but it's stuck in everybody's head. Like she doesn't get, like she literally doesn't care.
But that's also
like I don't think she felt embarrassed.
Okay, but how does she feel like behind closed doors? That's like who she is on the media. But when she goes home, you think she's like crying? No. You really don't think that?
No.
I thought people who are like that always are crying at home.
Oh my God, are you crying at home? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, because in public, my feelings would be hurt if people were making fun of me. Okay, one more thing. I have one more thing.
Wait, okay, are we not going to do the advice?
No, we are. We have a few more extra minutes. Okay, last thing about in the media is something that was on my own page this week that I feel like, I don't know, it was just, multiple people had commented this. So I showed my like morning routine, like a morning vlog, trying to like do more daily vlogs. And I had gotten up and just like gotten ready for the day. And I didn't shower because I had showered the night before. And this guy commented and said, I like to see my women shower in the morning. And then somebody else commented too, something like, oh, you don't shower? Shower ? And I'm like, is this like a
There's night showers out there.
I know. Is this like a thing that like you have to shower in the morning? You know, like, is that gross if you don't shower in the morning?
I don't think so. I've never heard of that.
Me either. I feel like it's fine that I take showers at night.
Yeah, I don't know. No.
So you think it's fine that I don't shower in the morning? Okay, good.
Some people, psychopaths, shower at nighttime and morning time. That's just like too much, and that's a waste of water, in my opinion. Well, did you like go and work out and came back and didn't shower?
I had just woken up and gotten ready. So that's the thing.
No.
Yeah, I think it'd be gross if you hadn't showered the night before. I don't know.
I think they're just being haters.
Okay, thank you. I just needed to know that.
That's called Emma Shade. That's called Emma Arletta LLC Shade. Emma Arletta Enterprise Shade, and I won't tolerate it. Do me go block.
Actually, Gabby, wait.
Do me go like.
Gabby loves Emma Arletta LLC Shade. One time.
That's what I call Emma. I call her Emma Arletta LLC or Emma Arletta Enterprises or Emma Arletta LLC Enterprises.
And that's because I'm a businesswoman. And
she a girl boss?
Hashtag girl boss. Hashtag stand on business. Hashtag I stand on business.
Okay, what were you gonna say?
I can't remember now. You got me off track.
Okay.
Oh no, I know what I was gonna say. That you do like to throw shade at me.
Well, of course, because
We were on live one time. We were getting ready for we were getting ready for the Adele concert. We were on live together. And
you're gonna tell this story on the first episode.
Yes,
This
because
is
they
the
need to know.
funniest story. And at the end of the episode, people probably aren't even listening this long.
Who cares? Then we'll tell it to them. We can retell this.
Okay.
This is a story that you.
This is
we
the
will
story
retell.
of all stories. Actually, okay.
And you might need help with the wording here.
Okay. Also, let me preface this. We get a lot of funny comments because of the type of content that we make. Like like centered around our bodies type of vibe, like body positivity. Obviously, there's gonna be funny comments in the comment section.
Oh, there's great ones. We'll have to do a whole episode on that. But for this one, I just need them to know that because the fact that you just said nobody can throw shade in my comments, but this is how you act when they do throw shade. We were on live getting ready for the Adele concert, and it was on Gabi's page, and I had my phone up next to it. And anything
We're on
negative
TikTok Live.
On TikTok Live, yeah, right. So like we're doing our makeup so people can chat live to us. And on mine, anytime somebody says something bad or even negatively, like even closely, like a little bit bad, I'm like, I don't like that. I block them. Okay, they're out of the live. We don't need that in the comment section. I don't want to read it. I don't want people that are watching it to read it. Gabi, on the other hand,
also if anybody ever caught anything hateful on your thing, you block them too. I don't think I've ever like blocked somebody like based off of a comment. I believe in freedom of speech, and I believe in if it's funny, like, okay, let it stand. Like that was a good one.
Okay.
You got me.
So what did they say when they were on the live?
They said, so we're getting ready to go. There was two ones. The first one was they said the big one's gonna eat the little one.
They said it looks like the big one's gonna eat the little one. Okay, so they're talking about me. Like I'm gonna eat Gabi, my little sister. So mean. Okay, right the minute I read that comment,
to Emma as the big one is fucking crazy. I'm like, oh, you think I'm the little one? Okay.
Yeah, like that.
I'm like, oh wait, I'm the little one.
But the minute I saw that comment, I would have blocked them. Gabi's like, no, they can stay. They can stay.
They probably have more funny things to say. Let them stay.
No.
Yes.
And even everybody else
getting started.
Everybody else in the live is like tagging them, being like,
Let
oh my
them
gosh,
cook.
like they're
Let
pushing
them
back.
cook.
Okay. Everybody's like, that's so mean. Why would you say that? Like that's messed up. Like tagging them, like get them out of here. And Gabi's like, no, they can stay.
What else you got? And then the other one was like, oh, or I think it's probably the same person. It's probably like earlier up in the live. And they were like, if you really look, the big one has a prettier face than the little one.
And then I said, oh,
it's
you can
prettier.
stay. You can
It's
stay.
prettier. The
You
big
can
one,
stay.
if you really look closely, the big one is prettier. I'm like, oh,
I think they did that because they could tell my feelings were hurt when they said I was going to eat you.
being serious. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
And that's one thing about going through life with Emma as your sister. And I'm talking about in real life. Like, it actually pisses me off.
Wait, I love
my
this
God.
part of the episode. Go
Emma's
ahead. Go ahead.
I'm not kidding. Every single place we go, people are like, and we'll be standing right next to each other. Wow, your skin is glowing. You are so beautiful. And then they like look over to me. They're like, what do you use? Like literally exactly like that. And I'm just standing there like, okay. Like,
It's our joke
you're
now.
stunning. You are so like, oh, your skin is glowing. Like literally like kissing Emma's ass to the max. I'm like,
What can I say?
she's Augustine Bader, the rich cream, like I'm like, okay, well, like, and
What about me?
And what about me?
No.
And it's just an inside joke because literally every single place we go, people will come to Emma. I just had to tell you, you are stunning.
Guys,
and
it's
Emma's
only-
like, oh.
It's only when I'm with
Gabby, are you hearing this? Yeah.
It's only when I'm with Gabi.
No.
It's like a thing now. I swear it only happens when you're with
I'm
me.
like, they feel bad for you, so they're giving you compliments and they like think I'm so beautiful. Like,
I do
they
think
don't
that
wanna, like,
sometimes.
hype my ego up. No, I'm just like,
Like they feel
yeah.
bad for the fat girl. So they're
Literally,
just
I'm
like
like,
saying something nice.
that's how I react every time now. I'm like, okay.
Okay, well, we need to wrap this episode up, but
advice segment.
we are. we need to wrap this episode up, but we need to get to you guys. What happened in your world this week? You guys need some advice. We put question box up on our Instagram at HeftyGals. If you don't follow us, you should. That's where you can submit your stories so we can give you advice.
Or if you have a funny story that we would want to read aloud, I think that'd be fun too. Also, since we didn't have, this is our first episode, so we didn't have like the Instagram set up yet, we just put question boxes on our story, and mine just said,
They're on your like our personal pages.
yeah, this is such the perfect like explanation of like how we're so different. Emma's like, me and Gabi are starting a podcast. If you need any advice, you're going to be getting feedback from me and Gabi on the pod. Then the little like question box. And then mine was literally just like a picture of like me like laughing or something. And it was like advice box. And I was not like clear enough on what this was. So people were like leaving me advice in the box. They're like,
what did they give you?
They're like, keep going, girl. You got this. Like, thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
You're doing so good. Keep going. I'm like, thank you.
Did anybody ask advice questions? Did anybody get
It was literally like half and half. I'm like, I'm sorry. I wasn't clear enough. Do you guys need advice?
Wait, I should have put that on my story.
Wait, let me read. Let me read. They were like, this is Zach, my brother. No advice, just vibes. You're killing it, sister. So I said, this is not even me making fun of them. Like, this is me making fun of myself because I was not clear enough in my question box. And they said, just be yourself and be happy for how far you have come. And nothing is ever as serious as it seems. I'm like,
I love them. Thank you.
Someone said, we love you, Gucci Gang Gab. But I was like, oh,
Did you get
sorry,
any,
guys.
Did you get any real advice?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. You go first.
Okay. And this is the good thing about the advice section between me and Emma, because you're probably going to get two completely different
Answers
out of us. So the first one is this is a good one for you too.
Okay.
How to know a very nonchalant man likes you.
Ah.
I'm like, oh, I know a couple of nonchalant men.
My
So one
boyfriend
is sitting right there in the corner.
is very
actually.
nonchalant.
This is my answer to this.
Okay.
I think that every relationship, for every nonchalant man, there is a chalant woman, or even flip-flopped. There's a yin and a yang. So the fact that your man is nonchalant, that means he probably likes the fact that you are the opposite of that. So you can ask him straight up. Because it's like people who are like very laid back and like
Whatever.
like I feel like they will appreciate that feature in somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you can just be straight up and be like,
how would you ask them though? Like, what would be applicable?
do you like me?
You would say that to a guy?
Yeah. So
Okay.
like, do you like me or what? And they'll just say,
Well, let me
spit
think.
it out. So did you? I mean, honestly, Selton is very nonchalant, man. So how did you figure out if he liked you or not?
I think women don't trust their gut enough, because I knew that.
Oh, I also have another good quote.
Go ahead, say it.
Sorry. It's like, if you're questioning it, that's your answer right there. If you're like, oh, do they like me? That's your answer.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
you
but
can tell if somebody likes you or
But
not.
also, that's applicable after you ask them, because some guys, they do need to be asked. So, like, for instance, like me. Me and Gabi have an inside joke that anytime we want the conversation to go back to us, we have to say,
For instance, like me, for instance.
like me, for instance. So right now, like me, for instance. What was I going to say?
Zelton. Nonchalant men. Selton needs to be taking time stabs of all of this stuff we need cut out.
It's fine.
Timestamps
So
for
Zach's
Zach.
going to figure it out. It was something about...
How to tell if a nonchalant man likes you.
Yeah. Oh, this is what I was going to say. For me, like me, for instance, I figured out through communication with Selton early on, I said something like, do you even like me? Because I kind of got fed up. I feel like you're probably feeling this way. Like, does this man like me? Right. And I finally got the nerve to ask. And he's like, what do you mean, do I like you? And he listed off multiple things that he did for me. Like, I made you breakfast. I did this for you. And it was all like action based. And I'm like, okay, yeah, like those are nice things. But like, I want to hear you say that to me.
But he was kind of saying, why would I do those things for you if I didn't like you?
Yeah, why would I do those things for you if I didn't like you? So he was saying he shows things through actions. So I knew in my gut, like, okay, he seems like he likes me because from what he's doing, he seems like he likes me, but like he's nonchalant. He hasn't said anything. But finally, once we had that like conversation, I realized, oh, like his way of showing love is through actions, where I like to receive love through words. And we just like learned that early on. So I think take a check in with your gut. See, does this man like me or not? Because your gut's going to tell you. And then if you feel like he does and you want to be affirmed in that, just ask him.
Yes, great answer.
Thank you.
Okay, so you put the question box on your story too. So
yes,
do one of yours.
Okay. I love my boyfriend, but we are long distance, and I have gotten really close to a male colleague, but not close. But not like close to cheating.
Oh my God. She
What-
on the streets.
What do I do? You go first. Wait, I forgot to say
Wait,
what
what was the
this
question? What do I do?
Yeah.
So she likes somebody that she's working with, but she has a long distance boyfriend?
Yeah. She said, I love my boyfriend. We're long distance, but I have gotten really close to a male colleague. But not close like cheating. I feel like there's so many more details that I would need to know. But I know what my advice is.
I don't know my advice.
You go first. 'Cause
No,
I feel like you're going to try to take my advice as your own. Gabi, because you're really influenced by other people's opinions. So you have to always go first during the segment.
I'm trying to think. Okay, but there's like two routes to take. What would I do in that instance? And like what you should do. And like what's the mature, like what's like the right thing to do?
Do what you would do. Because I feel like that's how you give advice.
I would keep flirting until I realize like, oh, I like this guy more than my current boyfriend. And if you finally come to that decision in your brain, break up with the other boyfriend. Obviously don't cheat on your boyfriend, but kind of still like, don't be like, oh, I can't talk to him. I can't see him. I can't look at him. I can't even talk to him. If you're like, wait, I should break up with my boyfriend, break up with your boyfriend, and then start dating him.
Like you're saying, go a little deeper in to gain some more clarity before you make a move. Kind of thing. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Selton put a thumbs down. That's not what you should do. He's like, boo, bad advice. I think that was bad advice.
Okay, but that's how you
I'm
feel.
just saying that's what I would do.
Okay, and that's like the little sister advice that you would give. As a big sister,
Oh,
this is what I would do.
No, I want to cut my part out.
No, it's fine. That's good. That's the point of the podcast.
Selton gave me a thumbs down.
Okay.
Okay, go.
He gave it. Oh, wait.
What?
I was going to say he threw Gabi LLC shade, but Gabby's
like
LLC
Gabi.com.
name. Gabby's LLC name
Gabi
is
LLC.
literally Gabi LLC because Gabi was already taken. So she named her LLC Gabi LLC. Gabi LLC shade from Selton. Okay, we need to wrap this up, so I need to stop talking so much. But this is what I would do. I feel like you're seeking attention from this man at work because you're feeling like something in your current relationship is lacking.
See, that's why you should have went first.
Okay? So I feel like you need to address within yourself, like, why do I want attention from this man? Is it because me and my long distance boyfriend don't talk enough? Is it because we aren't seeing each other often enough and making plans? Is it because I feel disconnected from him? Or is it truly because I feel like this man and me have more potential? Okay? You have to kind of go into that. So I think you should check in with yourself first and go back to your relationship that you're in, that you love, and the boyfriend that you love, and address the things that are lacking there. Because if you don't do that, then the relationship that you're in is never going to work, because you're going to continue to seek out outside validation and outside, flirting with men. That's not going to go away. So go back to your original relationship and try to figure out, why are you even looking outside of your relationship? Is it because this new guy is so great that like he is a better match? Or is it just stemming from the fact that like you haven't seen your boyfriend and like maybe he doesn't FaceTime you enough and like you haven't done like a virtual date recently, and figure that out, and then you can kind of decide what to do. Well, I did do long distance for a long time. So,
Yeah.
but I never flirted with anybody outside of my relationship.
Yeah, you hear that, Zil?
You hear that, babe? Yeah.
Faithful.
Yeah. Okay. Do we have time for one more or no? Wait, this one's really short.
No.
This is very short. It's not. It's very quick. Okay.
Go.
I want to know what you would do. This is such a funny submission. Somebody cuts you in a long line. What do you do?
I don't say anything.
Same. Okay. I thought you would say the same thing.
What would you do, Selton? Yeah.
Oh, I already know what he would do, and it would give me the ick because it has before.
Give him the microphone. Real
Okay.
quick.
What would you do? Yeah. Come over here.
Somebody cuts you in a really long line. This is what I would do. Did you see that? They just cut us. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Are you going to say something? No, me either. Okay. That's what I would do.
No, I would say, I wouldn't say anything. I was like, yeah, you can cut, just get behind me.
Oh, he said he would say, yeah, you can cut, but just get behind me. But then they could say, I didn't cut. That's my friend. Like, then it just goes into a whole
I
thing.
wouldn't say a damn thing.
No.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference between us. That's our yin and our yang. I would not address it. He would.
Yeah.
To me, it's not worth the conflict. It's like there's like a balance.
Me and Emma avoid confrontation or like uncomfortable situations at all costs.
Yeah, so we wouldn't do that. Okay, for next week's Yip and Yap segment, when we do advice, we want you guys to submit your sibling argument stories. Since me and Gabi are sisters, we've had multiple arguments over the years. And it can be current. It can be from when you were little. It doesn't matter what. But we want you to send in your stories. And me and Gabi are going to tell you who we think was right.
I have to tell.
Which side we were on. And we'll tell some of our own stories too. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of them.
All right. That was our first episode of the Hefty Gals.
Thanks for tuning in. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok at Hefty Gals. And
GEHLS.
Yeah, GEHLS. Don't forget.
The Hefty Gals.
And that's it. See you next week.